Hey guys, good evening. Um, I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Barr dismisses Trump's claim that Russia's inquiry was an Obama plot. Just watching the Lou Dobbs report on it with Judicial Watch and Thomas Fitton, and they're both horrified about Barr coming out and saying this. Um, and all the things that have come up in the past, uh, and they're sitting here wondering why Barr and the Republicans are, not standing up for what's very obvious to all people that, Trump supporters, but all people that we're actually looking at this objectively. Um, it is horrifying. I do have a theory on this whole thing from the very beginning. Um, so I basically, it goes like this. Here's my theory. I truly believe that the deep state, FBI, in this particular case, was doing what they always do with like new politicians and people of power, judges as well, I believe. Um, when they were like blatantly and maliciously going after Trump. I think this is par for the course. Um, going after Trump's cabinet members and, more directly at Trump as well. But it was like a shotgun pattern, just buckshot, just shooting, spray everyone, try to take down everyone, trying to weaken the president and president-elect before he actually took office. But anyway, so I do think this is par for the course. They just never usually get caught doing it. This is how they quote-unquote own the politicians and keep them in line. And they didn't nail Trump the way that they originally planned to, and so Trump has been, I would say, pretty rogue um, throughout his presidency. Like he's been very hard to control, and that's why I think they even turned the heat up even more on him to basically a boiling point. Um, and we have all these fake stories by people that are or were in the intelligence community coming on CNN and MSNBC, you name it, everywhere, Fox too, uh, and claiming that they had all this evidence against him, because under current times the court of public appeal is more important than the court where the judges are. But if it does get to that point, the deep state owns those judges as well. Um, you know, um, and since Trump didn't get nailed like the political regulars, the political regulars, even in his own party, just didn't stick up for him. The majority of this whole Russiagate plot was, during a time when the Republicans held the House and the Senate, and uh, Jeff Sessions and now Lindsey Graham, like, there's just nothing, no balls. That's what I used to think. It was like they had no balls, but I think it's because they're owned. Like someone has some blackmail material on them, and they can't step out of line, or they get ruined. Or their family gets ruined, or whatever. But I think it's pretty obvious, like especially with Lindsey Graham. Every now and then he'll come out and like surprise me, but for the past like few years, especially when John McCain was still alive and kicking, Lindsey Graham was just a soft-bellied pansy, and he kind of changed his tune a little bit when McCain died, but I think, and this could be coincidence, but it's just something I noticed, and I know other people have spoke about it too, but, they obviously got him back in line. Excuse me. You know, but it is what it is. He's not the only one. He's just the most noticeable to me, and it's really frustrating. Uh, it's getting to the point now where it's like just out in the open that the corruption is beyond anything that this country's ever seen before, and thank God they got caught because it did open a lot of people's eyes, and I was a Democrat my entire life, and then Obama kind of ruined that for me, but that's a whole other fucking video. But anyway, it's just really frustrating because this is America and we do deserve better than this, and they have the people so divided right now that they can come out and do all this stuff blatantly right out in front of everyone, and they don't have to worry about it because we're so divided and so worried about what team we're on that most people can't see that the game is rigged. It doesn't matter what team you're cheering for. The game's rigged, and it's really upsetting. But anyway, back to the intelligence community. I really think this was a standard. This is a standard and practice of the intelligence community since its inception with Hoover. I know it's like out in the open that Hoover used, his intelligence apparatus to hold politicians and public officials in line. And, it became public knowledge, like, years after, as if, it's different now, but it's not. It's clearly not. It's so clearly not. It's so frustrating. Oh, God. I feel so bad for Trump because I really think he does have the best of intentions. And, it really seems like it's him against the world, doesn't it? Oh, my God. But this whole Barr dismisses Trump claim, blah, blah, blah. It's really odd for him to just come out and say that because Obama has a history of being, the head of illegal spying and wiretapping. He was doing it with foreign officials, foreign leaders, even our allies. One in particular that I can remember off the top of my head is Angela Merkel from Germany. He was spying on the media illegally. Come on. How can you just come out and just dismiss this and say you're not going to go after him? I mean, me being just an average American, it's really upsetting, to put it mildly, to see all these big figurehead politicians like not going after people that are in the same realm as them just because they are in the same realm as them, as if the justice that they deserve is just beneath them. When it gets to that point, it's time to just start over. I really wish people would wake up and stop looking at everything as if, oh, he's not on my team, so good F him. Like, that's not good. We do all need to just get back together. All the people, we need to just get back together. Can we unbreak up, please? Can't we just love each other? It's us against them, and it always has been. And we just fall for it every time when they just throw these dividers between us, on the news. That's all the news is there for. Just to divide us. It's so crazy that people are so dumb to fall for it every single time. Oh my god. Alright, I'm done. Good night.